After a long hiatus from music, uh, probably it was probably like what 5.5 years, 5 years. Travis Scott gave us Utopia, a project that just didn't meet expectations. I personally think, and I don't know, I think you think this as well. I think it shattered them. Global tour, sold out arenas, a full circle moment that silenced all the critics who doubted him, that thought that he couldn't return to his full form before the Astroworld incident. Not only did he come back, he came back stronger, and now with Jackboys 2 looming, and if history tells us anything, this isn't just an album drop. This is a strategical takeover. Travis Scott, at this point in his career, isn't just releasing music, he's setting the stage for an entire cultural moment, the modern blueprint for strategic marketing in music. All right. Good to be back. Like, comment, subscribe. Give the podcast a 5-star rating on Spotify if you listen on Spotify. Today, we're going to be talking about some music and then a little bit about football. Football's in a little bit of a lull period. I mean, we could definitely grasp at straws for content if we really wanted to, but we'll figure that out as time goes, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
there's a whole summer ahead of us for preseason football content.
yeah, like people could tear their Achilles during the off-season training tomorrow. Like there's so much to talk. There's so much still to come that like I'm not going to be like giving my predictions on like the AFC.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth it either.
And before everybody got on, Noah was freaking out because he was red and he doesn't realize that he's a drunk and he's always red. So
Oh, I
let us
have
know in the
so much
comments.
I have so much makeup on now. I don't look that
You're
red.
still red. Like you don't think you look red because you're insane.
Whole a whole lot of red.
Yeah, nice. So let's just get into it. After a long hiatus from music, uh, probably it was probably like what 5.5 years, 5 years. Travis Scott gave us Utopia, a project that just didn't meet expectations. I personally think, and I don't know, I think you think this as well. I think it shattered them. Global tour, sold out arenas, a full circle moment that silenced all the critics who doubted him, that thought that he couldn't return to his full form before the Astroworld incident. Not only did he come back, he came back stronger, and now with Jackboys 2 looming, and if history tells us anything, this isn't just an album drop. This is a strategical takeover. Travis Scott, at this point in his career, isn't just releasing music, he's setting the stage for an entire cultural moment, the modern blueprint for strategic marketing in music. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I texted Noah the other day. We both are, I think we both equally share the same love for Travis Scott and his collective and what he puts out. Like it's definitely has our attention and has us tuned in. And right now we are in a full-fledged rollout of another Travis Scott project.
Jackboys 2. It feels like almost every other day we're getting some new type of like snippet or some type of update coming from the Travis Scott camp. I know we saw one yesterday, but even leading up to that, there's been a few songs that have come out. 4x4 and I Love My Bitch with Travis and Shaq West. And then just different merch. I mean, he already has the Jackboys 2 merch up on the website. He just put out a collab with Barcelona. And then he also just released a new colorway of, I forget what the name of that shoe is called, but a new colorway just came out of that the other day as well.
Yeah.
So he's starting to ramp it up.
I'm a big Travis Scott fan. Everybody knows this, and everybody kind of gives me shit for never giving him much shit for maybe like if he
Not
dropped
being
a song.
critical enough.
Yeah, not being critical enough. I will say Travis Scott over the years, he is not the best at picking singles to roll out an album. Yeah. And I think that I like 4x4. I think it's a cool song. It's
4x4 is elite. Elite. To me, I love that song.
It's the intro to Raw. I think it's like every single time Raw rolls out, you hear the trumpet sounding. It's a very grandiose song. I think it sounds sick. Um, and then of course the I Love My Bitch, where it's okay. I would say that it's just not my personal favorite, like Travis Scott and Sheck West work. I'm also not. I think Sheck West is a good complement to songs. Like I could see where he fits in the equation because I think that he can elevate a song from being like decent to maybe making it like a next level type of hype, which what they're trying to kind of encapsulate in this music. But those two singles so far, even though I love 4x4, I wouldn't say that it's probably from the two singles that have dropped and then the snippets that have come out. I'd say that the snippets that have come out are far more superior than the two singles that have dropped.
I think there was one single that, or I'll talk about the singles first. I think 4x4 is great. I think that is right up there with like some of the other really good singles that he's released. I think his verse on "I Love My Bitch" is really good. Shaq West is just, I just don't think he's that good, to
Yeah,
be honest.
it's too much Sheck West on the song.
Yeah, I don't need a Shaq West featuring Travis Scott song. I need more of a Travis Scott featuring Shaq West song. Um, to be fair, Shaq West is Mo Bamba, and that's really about it that I personally care for. Um,
Dude, I listen to Mo Bamba all the time.
but uh, the first snippet that came out right before you went to Vegas was phenomenal.
Well, there's two. Dumb
There was
came
one.
out
Go
Dumb
ahead.
came out first. So let me lay this out for you, and then you can take control. So the first thing that I did want to talk about was because we're talking about how Travis Scott has kind of laid out the real modern blueprint to drop a successful album. Like if everybody's not at this point, I know everybody's not going to be able to capture the magic Travis does, and maybe that's why it's so special. But if you're not following somewhat of this plan, like I just feel like whoever is on your team, who if you're a music guy, you should fire him because you have the blueprint on, and you obviously steal like an artist. You take things from other people and make it your own. It's I'm not saying like copy it word for word, but no, it feels like nobody else in the music industry does this. A big thing that I love what they do is that it kind of started at Coachella. So Travis Scott, obviously, he gets on Twitter and everything. He's like, Utopia's over. I'm entering a new. He does an interview with a magazine. I forget what magazine it was off the top of my head. In that interview, he says, Utopia's over. We're going into a new era of music, which whenever Travis does something, he goes into a new era. He just doesn't drop something. Um, so then the first live performance back is Coachella, and the first one that I saw was Dumb. She Going Dumb,
Yeah,
and it
that's a good one.
and that one was completely fire. And then obviously more has come out since then. But go ahead, what you were talking about with the singles and the. I just wanted to lay the groundwork a little bit more before we started diving in.
Oh, the first single, well, whatever one you were referring to, "She Going Dumb," I think that one was really good. Uh, the other one that I heard came on like the like a runway show that just came out the other day. Um, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I can't really hear it all that well.
Oh, that I haven't you can't hear that one that well. The two that I'm thinking of right now is She Going Dumb and Kick Out, which Kick Out was the official video that got released on Travis's Instagram.
Yeah, okay, that was good too. I also saw this other snippet of him performing a song. I don't know if it was Kick Out. I don't know which one it was, but and I don't even know what concert it was at. But I was skeptical about that one too, to be honest with you. I just saw it right before
Really?
this one. Yeah, it did. I'm taking it with a grain of salt because sometimes with these snippets, like it's really tough to hear things, and
You said that
you're
about God's Country too.
we're also hearing it through somebody's iPhone.
Yeah. You heard
99.
You said
99%
that.
of the time.
I
Yeah,
remember when God's Country came out, you're like, that shit's trash. I was like, I don't know.
I think it's because of the format in which I'm hearing it through. Like I'm hearing it through somebody else, and unless it's just like 100% good to go, like it's kind of hard sometimes. So
Dude, honestly,
the runway song is like whatever, and then the other one that I saw is whatever. But the two that are like decent quality that I heard have been good so far.
dude, honestly, at this point, I think we should just bump these two real quick.
If you
Just
can, yeah,
let's just
go
clear
ahead.
I think we just clear the air. I mean, I think you have a hard time hearing it, like if I share my screen, but hopefully, hopefully it's fine. Well, let me see here. Okay. Here, let me pull up the first one. This is the first one that I heard of him at Coachella. This shit is so electric in my humble opinion. Let me turn this up full force just in case here. Share my screen. You can see this fine?
Yeah.
He just got new shit plastered in the back.
Yeah. This one is great. Like this one is really good. Yeah, like that one's gonna be.
Oh my god, bro!
Like that one's gonna be a heater. From one of the concerts that I was like that I don't think it sounded that great, but oh wait,
that's ridiculous. That is truly hard as fuck.
Dude, it says this was from the NFR podcast. This was the snippet, and that was dumb, right?
Yeah.
Dude, okay. It sounded so much worse in this snippet that I heard. I don't even want to show it to you because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it sounds like a completely different song in that one versus the one that I heard earlier.
Real question. First thing that stuck out to me on that right away was new stage design right away. The circular stage design looked sick. His chrome heart, like a new vest, the whole nine, that looks sick. Like whatever was going on right there, like I'm loving like the new like aesthetic and vibe of like what a live show is going to look like. Because really when Travis makes music, you have to always keep in the back of your mind that this shit is going to be performed live. Like that's what he makes music for.
Yeah, 100%. Some people were saying when that new stage design came out that it was and this kind of goes back on to what you were talking about at the very beginning of this, but some people I saw on Twitter were like, "Oh, I've seen that stage design before," and posted like the picture of when Kanye and Drake were out there for the Larry Hoover concert on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you said at the beginning of this, like stealing, but like kind of making it your own. Obviously, it's not bar for bar that's exact design, but like there's a certain like limitation architecturally that you can probably do when it comes to building a stage. So like
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that like he's probably not the first person to do a circular stage design.
Yeah,
and probably
exactly.
won't be the last. But
yeah, that's my point. Is like there's only how many different stage designs can you actually do?
I mean,
based on venue too.
If you think about it, we went to the Utopia show, just for people who don't know. That was a crazy stage design. That
looked like he was like on like the moon, but like a customized like moon mountain type situation.
And you could like walk under it and like do all that stuff. And then I went to Astroworld. I think you did. I don't remember.
I did as well.
There was a circular roller coaster on one side, a middle roller coaster that connected to the other stage. So like just always intricate stage designs. But that was something that stuck out to me right away is like it's usually more intricate, and just the circle, I was like, okay, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this one snippet too, and then we can get back into it. But this one, I was in Vegas when this dropped. This is the one that I was talking about. This goes extremely hard.
She get complicated, he can keep down, he can keep down, he can keep down, he can keep down, he can keep down. Like I ain't got no place to stay. I circle. Me all alone.
Like,
So there was a couple shots
go ahead.
in there like that are like almost fitting the same theme of like the Jackboys persona, because like I'm looking at the cover of the first one and those shots of him like up against that trailer or like at his Lambo, etc. Um, they are shot similarly to the first one, but they still have like the okay, here's like the next level, here's like the evolved version, here's Jackboys 2.
Yeah, I love it. First and foremost, like how this all got rolled out is like you said, boom, they drop 4x4, they drop I Love My Bitch. Then all of a sudden, Travis is at every club spinning nightly.
Yeah.
He's popping up at random concerts, performing new shit on purpose. First off, my question to you, how many people can go in front of a live crowd, bust out a new song, and literally shut that bitch down?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty hard to do that. I feel like it's a very like small group of people that can just pop up at a club and play new stuff, and it's already a fan favorite.
Yeah, like it
It's like
actually hits.
like very minimal. Yeah, very few people can do exactly that. And I mean, it's no surprise to me that Travis is one of them. He's also smart enough to know like I'm going to go and make sure that even if I am sacrificing like showing a little bit more behind the scenes with this album and playing like maybe one of the bangers, that's how you build the hype.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're talking about, like how he does it. But he rolls that out. He's performing at shows. We're getting like videos at the club, hearing snippets, like you said, maybe even skeptical on if it's good or not.
Yeah.
And then finally that video drops, which that video, I have it
So
right here on
sick.
my notes. That video is actually, one second here, is directed by Harmony Korine, an American filmmaker, screenwriter, and artist known for his distinctive style, whatever. He has directed multiple feature films: Gummo, Julian Donkey Boy, Mr. Lonely, Spring Breakers, The Beach Bum. So they obviously, something that I like, and we talked about this in the past. Travis went for Utopia, legitimately dropped a movie in theaters, like where you could go into a movie theater and watch it. I love the fact that they take a little bit more extra time, get somebody who maybe might be even overqualified to to like just direct like this music video, this more in-depth music video, and just
Yeah.
lets Travis fully hash out an idea with a legitimate director.
Yeah, this guy has put together some decent, like some recognizable film per se. I was looking at this where I just had it pulled up here for a second. Where is it? Okay. So this is Jackboys 1. This website is Ib Adel Nasir. He was a stylist, fashion editor, and creative director. I don't know if he's going to be a part of Jackboys 2, but based off of like some of the things that we saw in that video that Travis dropped, it kind of seems like he's going to play a role in it. I'm going to forward this to you, and you can throw it up here.
On what?
I think
my email.
I could probably just put it in the chat, right?
Sure.
Maybe not. I thought there was a. Oh wait, here. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these were a lot of the photos that we would see posted throughout Jackboys 1, and just based off of that video, like I said, it kind of seems like that inspiration is still there.
Like
Bless
almost
you.
like the deep, gritty,
Yeah.
dark sort of vibe. I obviously love the cars and everything like that. Like absolutely ridiculous like type of car collection. But yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know exactly who this guy is the only thing here.
Yeah,
I
I love that stuff. I mean,
yeah.
he says he's a stylist, fashion designer, and creative director. So
It does it all.
so obviously, so we get that rollout to start. Then we start to officially get visuals. So we get the visuals that roll out. I think that original. I don't think it's on YouTube yet. I haven't seen it on YouTube. It gets released on Travis's Instagram, which he's got millions of followers. It gets rolled out on Chase B, Don Tolliver, the whole crew. They
Yeah.
all the amount of reach that those guys have alone on like an Instagram is ridiculous. Then obviously X, TikTok, whoever does their thing, takes it and starts plastering it all over social media. And that is like the first real look that we get at this. Then right after that happens, you refresh the website. You have 2 DVDs on travisscott.com that are available for purchase. You have a vinyl, then you have bundles, which there is a very weird annotation, in my opinion, around bundles where people don't think that they should count towards album sales, blah, 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 whatever. I have a completely different opinion on that. I think it's harder to move physical product more than ever. And I think that if you can move physical product at a mass volume, why should you be penalized for that? Every single person should utilize the system that is put in front of them. And if you're not good at moving physical product, then you don't have those true cult fans that will really just ride by you no matter kind of like what you do.
Honestly, I think it's getting to the point where like maybe like more physical um merch music is like coming back.
Yeah.
It feels like more people like want the physical stuff rather than just having it on their phone. Um, it's something that you'll have for years. You have like
Forever.
having a piece of the artist almost, like not just having it on your
Pause.
phone. Yeah, pause. But I'm indifferent about it. I don't really think it like matters if they count or not. I Good for you if you're gonna have if that's gonna be the way that you approach it. It doesn't make a difference to me or not. Go ahead, do whatever. Like do whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me either way. But I think that it's cool that he does put out like merch and bundles for all of this stuff for every one of his albums, and he's done it with singles and stuff like that. Like I think that, and we've talked about this before with other albums or whatnot, Utopia and whatnot. But I think it's a good idea. I don't necessarily care if it counts or not, but I think it's cool that you can buy a box set here. You get a T-shirt and you get the custom printed box, a Cactus Jack custom dyed short sleeve, and then the CD for $55 plus whatever shipping is. Like, I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, you can't be. I mean, I've bought a ton. I have every single Travis like vinyl. Like I've bought a ton of stuff off the website. It's never missed. My appreciation for all of it is just the amount of time, effort, and energy to not only curate an album, but then to curate an entire collection of merch behind that said album. Nothing's repeated. This isn't like not to like use Drake as an example as like a diss, but this isn't just like this is the only one I can think of who also makes merch. This isn't just like having like a black like owl hoodie or on your website at all times. Like this stuff is like dropped once, sold out, and like never replicated ever again. So some sort of like scarcity of the product, so you know that like it's not just going to be something that gets released every single year as like some sort of a money grab. So I like the extra attention to detail that is put behind the thought of the entire project. It's not just music. Like I said, it's an entire like cultural moment that he's trying to create.
I will say, the OVO sound, like Owl Hoodie, is different. Drake has since taken the Travis idea of like album exclusive merch.
Mhm.
Um, and I know that on his most recent one, they do have like him and Party Next Door do have just album exclusive merch. The OVO sound stuff is completely different. Like that's his own shit. But like I
It's
know
really
that
what everybody should be doing. If you have fan base that you think that you could sell merchandise to, if you're not utilizing that, it seems kind of dumb. Like in
yeah,
my head at
yeah,
least.
yeah, you should be trying to sell merch with every album that you put out.
Yeah, of course.
It's pretty simple.
Um, so to move on a little bit more, let's just talk a little bit about the landscape of music right now, where we're at within the year. When this album's dropping, it's very calculated. We are in May. We are mid-May. We are
May 14th.
we're literally 15 days away from June, 15 days away from summer, and Travis and the Jackboys are dropping right before festival season because there's going to be festivals all summer long, and right during the hot prime time of summer when there's more. It's hot outside during the summer. People are outside actually
Yeah.
listening to music. This is a prime time to be dropping music, and again, very calculated right now, dropping it right before June. What's your thought on dropping music around this time and just having music for the summer?
I will say that for a few people, Travis being one of them, that I don't think that the time of year matters. I think that he's reached a point where no matter when he puts out music, there's gonna be a tour after it, and it's going to sell
Sell
out
out.
across the
Fair.
board. I'm looking back at when the first Jackboys was released, and that was in December 27th of 2019. And like, I don't remember if he went on tour after that, but I'm sure there was still he was playing those songs towards the summer, and they were probably hitting. So like, I don't really think it matters. I think if I had to guess, it's probably best if you're doing it like right before the summer, just from like a
I was
we're
going to ask,
outside type
do you
thing
think that
again.
it could be more, do you think that, not this isn't just about like Travis, this could be about anybody. Do you think like positioning yourself to drop right as summer's coming up, do you think that that could make for more impactful album, like just in general?
I think if I would lean, yeah, because you are going to have that opportunity to go and be outside and perform at all these huge festivals. Um, but at the same time, like you see Travis go out on tour and he's ripping a tour for like 4.5, 5 months all over the US, and we just see every single show sold out. So like I would have I don't know if it necessarily matters for rap music. I think if it was country music, like yes, it would matter much more if you're putting out an album right before the summer, because it feels like that type of music is better throughout the summer than in the winter. But like I listen to rap music like all year long, and I'm not and I if I have to listen to country, it does hit harder when you're about to be like in the summer when it's warmer.
I get that. I
Rap
think
music for me
probably,
hits harder hits all year round.
yeah, I probably think that the most you're completely right with all that. I think probably the only difference at that point would be the ability to do like the summer festivals like on the East
Yeah,
Coast. Like
yeah.
being able to dominate the summer festivals with your new music is probably like his goal, is
Like
what I would think.
there's what all is there? There's Gov Ball, there's Lollapalooza. Those are two big ones over the summer.
I don't know. I'm not a festival guy. I would die if I went
I
to it.
those are the only I only know like Gov Ball, Lollapalooza, and Coachella are the only 3 that I know.
Well, we're
I
not
don't know
festival
what
guys.
other rap
Are we festival
festivals there
guys?
are. Oh, they used to have Made in America here in Philly, but they got rid of that.
Are we festival guys though?
No.
Okay, then we shouldn't be talking about them, yes. The next thing I wanted to get into after just the landscape that he was going into, I'm interested to see who also drops this summer to compete against that. Um, I I want to talk about how and see who you think on this label, this Cactus Jack roster is good, and who do you like? Because for me personally, I'm excited to finally get some more Sofego. That snippet that I sent you the other day was actually
Sick.
great. I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
like
sick.
Sofego.
I was like, I don't. So to be completely transparent, I don't really know much of his music at all. So that was, I've heard people speak around him, and it sounds like he's next up. So I was like excited to like hear that snippet, and I was like, wow, like that's actually kind of fire. Then we also have obviously like Don Tolliver, Sheck West, the whole roster we can get into. What what are you excited most about on this album from the current roster of Jackboys that are that are going to be on the album? And do you think that there are going to be any surprise features that are on the album? I think back to the last one. Pop Smoke had a major
Yeah, he
presence
did.
on this album where on Gotti,
R.I.P.
RIP to a real one, on Gotti, where he really shut that bitch down. The only thing that I have seen thus far is Ian post something about the white boy.
I
The
had
white
that
boy
too.
posts something about Jack Boys. What do you have on here? And go ahead and run with it.
Okay, so for starters, I am excited to hear like Sofego and Don Tolliver. I like both of those guys. I mean, we
Yeah.
already kind of talked about Check West. He's not really either one of our favorites, but he is capable of putting out something good. If as long as like Travis is the main focal point of the song.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Young Thug on this. He was on Out West on Jackboys, which that
Wow.
song was all over.
Wow. I didn't even think of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I wouldn't be slightly shocked if Young Thug was on it.
I
One of
like
his
that.
first like big moments after being out of prison. I know he came out with that single with Future, but like for him to hop on this album would not shock me.
That
I
would
did have,
be that would be amazing. That would be big. That would be
yeah,
big. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but I had Ian on here too, just on my list of like like I would love to see Ian on there.
Do
I
you
saw
like
the
him? I
picture.
don't know much about him. Like, what's
I
up with him?
like Ian. Yeah,
Okay.
it feels like every time a snippet or a song comes out, like every snippet that I end up seeing, the production and just like beat and all of it is crazy. Um, I I like him a lot. People
Okay.
are kind of indifferent about him, but I think he's really good. And then I saw that he and Travis had a picture together, like up on his IG story the one day.
Hey, listen, if Travis is given the cosign, I'm just gonna buy in. So it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Um, but and then I think Quavo was on the last one. I could see Quavo being back on this one too.
I'm indifferent about Quavo. I think in spots he's good, but
Yeah,
he's kind of fell off of a cliff for me. But one everybody like you know this.
yeah.
Don Tolliver might be one of my favorite artists, like in general. So obviously, anytime him and Travis link up on a track, it's magical. I'm excited to hear that, and I think a Young Thug feature on this would it might shake the
Be
summit.
sick.
I love that. I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you.
Dude, the Young Thug song Out West was all over the place. I mean, if you're making it in Fortnite,
It's a
then
Fortnite
you've
game.
got a
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
come on.
That was like when that dropped, that was like peak. I think Jackboys 1 dropped in 2019, then COVID came out, and then the Out West song became like a massive TikTok dance,
Yeah.
obviously, and Fortnite dance and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm with you completely on that. I think that's a good idea. And I think that this hype cycle this time around for Jackboys 2. I don't remember the first one as much, to be honest with you, but I don't know if it was like a surprise drop or something like that when they originally dropped that, but I am absolutely fired up for this. Like, I love the way that they position every single album drop right now. It fires me up.
I will say too, like I'm looking back through this album. Highest in the Room was I remember when um also I feel like the Scots should have been on this album
Yeah, probably.
and it just never made it. But somehow that was in Fortnite too.
Yeah, because he
Which
performed
is
it at the concert, the
which
Fortnite
is
concert.
which is crazy because that song is still really good and it's just super under the radar. But I could have
Mhm.
seen that on the first Jackboys, which would have been pretty cool. But I think like if you have Don Toliver, you have Sheck West, So Fago, and then you get like Young Thug and Ian on there, like the first Jackboys only had 7 songs, and I don't know if that's his mindset with this is like, hey, I'm going to keep my albums to like the 15, 20-ish range and then keep this Jack Boys stuff to like 10 or less.
I think that's what I think we're gonna see. That's a prediction of mine. Is that I think we're gonna see probably 10 or less songs.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I think that if you have Don Toliver, Shaq West, Sofago, Thug, and Ian, and then you have a song that's probably 1 or 2 songs it's just Travis, like I think that's a phenomenal lineup.
Yeah, I
I don't
love
think you need
the.
more than that.
No, I love the. We've had countless text arguments about this. Like, I hate the filler tracks. Like any filler, like at that point, like you
Yeah.
might as well just throw the filler track out and just keep it condensed because it doesn't matter at that point. Like adding one more song on there, like isn't gonna like make or break you. That's why I think the first Jackboys album's like great. The only thing that I didn't like about the first Jackboys album is that Lil Baby made it on Highest in the Room, but it is what it is what it is. But
But at
I
the time, that was when Lil Baby was like at
just
his best.
when he like the streets were buzzing.
Yeah,
But obviously, looking back on it now, like Lil Baby's kind of he fell
it's
off the
sad.
cliff.
The fall off was actually miserable for that guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So Quavo and Offset were on the last one.
Yep.
Young Thug and Don Toliver and Pop Smoke. I mean, it was a very condensed track list. I'm gonna guess that we see a condensed track list for this one as well.
Yeah, I would guess 10 or less too, probably.
Yeah,
And we've already
so
gotten two of them though, so like maybe there's
we got
and also
4 technically.
fair. Okay. Well, are we sure all 4 of those are gonna be on it, or do you think he just released 4x4 because of like the whole WWE thing and was like, all right,
Probably.
I'm gonna like I could see him leaving that off.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're probably right.
I do think I Love My Bitch will be on there unless it's just gotten
is.
so much like bad feedback that he's like, all right, we're just gonna leave this as a single and leave it as like an opportunity to build hype for the overall album.
I think we see it on
Maybe.
there.
I would lean yes as well, but I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah,
because I don't want 2 of the songs that have already been out to be on, and then we only get like 5 more.
that's fair. That's very fair. So, obviously, just to wrap this up, I think we're gonna do a reaction to this album, talk about it, see if we like it. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then just to wrap it up, and if you have any like closing comments, we just really wanted to preview what's going on because Travis Scott fires us both the fuck up. And 2, we just want like the mastermind of Travis Scott, where dropping right before summer to take over the festival scene, positioning his artists that he has underneath him and kind of bolstering them up even into potentially more stardom with, even though those guys are still extremely big artists within their own right. The merch side of things and the bundles and everything that is available to us that just allows the fans and the people to be more deeply integrated and bought into this entire moment that Travis Scott is having. the visuals that have been rolled out so far. I know that we didn't talk about it, but Don Tolliver rolled out a little bit of a visual on his personal Instagram. And then the knockout music video, I guess it probably is, that Travis rolled out on his. And then we talked about it. The spinning every single night in the club, getting a reaction from the people, making sure that it's hot, seeing the videos on iPhones of those snippets being like new Travis Scott snippet, him going to Coachella and making a moment that he is going to be entering a new era of music. And like I said, this is just the blueprint that Travis has laid out from the beginning. Because if you even go back to the beginning of all of his albums that he's dropped, there has been some sort of remnants and substance and mixture of all of this. But now, obviously, as he gets bigger and bigger and has deeper pockets, it gets crazier and crazier. And I love watching it play out.
I have another person came to mind that could sneaky be on this album.
Go ahead.
Ken Carson.
I wouldn't hate that. I like Ken Carson.
I could see him being on it.
What about Playboy Cardi?
I was thinking about him as well. I could totally see that.
Because he had what? 3 songs on Cardi's new album?
Yeah. But also, how old are those songs? Because it feels like some of those Cardi songs were from like 2020. And he was like, wow, I haven't put out an album since Die Lit. And he put out Red, sorry. A whole lot of Red.
If you think about it, they dropped the music video for, I forget what song it is. Backrooms.
Yeah.
They dropped a music video for Backrooms probably about 6-8 months ago. So I mean, they're still boys. Like it's not like this is like a old type thing. The Type Shit music video came out. Cardi and Travis were on Type Shit together. That was 6 months ago, right? Like,
yeah.
When did Type Shit come out? Let me check real quick. That was a year ago. I'm old.
Why's none of my stuff working?
That was a year ago. And then Backrooms for Travis and Playboy Cardi was a year ago as well. So about a year ago, we got 2 music videos with Travis and Cardi in it. And then how long ago did Cardi drop his album?
That came out in February.
So he could be on this project too. So real quick,
end of March.
So to go off your predictions for who is going to be featured on Jackboys 2, including the current roster of Jackboys and any surprise guests that you think. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we can pencil in Don Tolliver, Sofago, and who's the last one?
Sheck
West in as automatic. I think those 3 guys are for sure going to be on. I'm guessing Thug, and I'm guessing Ian, and then my
dark horse
is Ken Carson.
Okay. Now my personal dark horse is Playboy Cardi.
Okay. I think that'd be a solid lineup. That'd be sick.
Bro, really, really somebody who I want to see on this. Never listened to his music. Don't know who he is. Don't follow him on social media. Never heard another one of his. Luxury Tax 50 on Gang Gang on the first Jackboys literally has one of the hardest verses I've ever heard in my entire life.
Say it again. You cut out.
Luxury Tax 50 had one of the hardest verses of all time on Gang Gang. And I hope that he comes on this album and has something, because I think that shit was so hard, and I've never heard anything else from him ever in my entire life. Just that verse.
Maybe he just is a writer.
I have no idea. It doesn't look like he is. Like, he looks like a rapper.
I'm looking at him right now. It honestly doesn't look like he's put out any music since 2019. 2024, actually. He came out with a song called Obsession.
I love it. I literally love when people drop music like once every 3 years. It's the best.
I'm gonna have to listen to this guy again.
Yeah, listen to Gang Gang. He literally bodies that shit like crazy. Yeah, so I'm excited for this album to come out. We're obviously excited to see who's on it. I'm sure that the features will be hidden like always. And it just feels good to have some new music coming in right before summer comes out, and you know that it's going to be some heaters.
Yeah, I think we get this before the end of May.
We're getting it Thursday.
Is it confirmed?
Yes, we're getting it like in 2 days.
Oh,
or tomorrow.
Because I thought you said we were getting it last week.
We were supposed to. I just keep saying it's coming out literally every weekend. Like what I've seen,
right eventually.
What I've seen on my end is that it comes out this Friday, midnight Thursday. If you technically Friday morning.
The Cactus Jack correspondents are telling you.
I'm in the Cactus Jack Discord right now. Updates. It's looking like the 16th.
Let's see what Travis Scott Reddit has to say.
It's looking like the 16th over here on my end. When you're looking that up too, another super underrated thing that he did was just collabed with that soccer club.
Yeah, FC Barcelona. I said that at the beginning of this.
Oh, you did? Like, yeah, just casually.
That and the Nike, the FC Barcelona collab, and the Nike stuff.
Like, I mean, that dude he's different. What are they saying about the drop date?
He also like put out all of that. He did like all those soccer jerseys like for the World Cup type situation.
Bro, I bought the soccer ball.
Did you actually?
Yeah, off the brown soccer ball off the website, the leather joint.
Yeah, I remember that thing was sick.
Yeah, I bought that.
Do you have it with you yet?
No, it says like 8 weeks, but
8 years. I'll say, and I get why he has to do this. It sucks how long it takes to get the stuff. It happened.
Like, it is what it is.
It's
like
part
I said,
of it.
I have the only reason why I have zero like issues with it is because every single thing that I've gotten has been extremely high quality and nothing's ever been messed up. Everything's always been fine.
Yeah, and I totally get that. Like, I was looking at the vinyl, and the vinyl's only $16, so I'm probably gonna buy it. It says it will arrive 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Ships 5 to 6 weeks after album releases.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, welcome to the show.
There's all these videos of Travis at the Barcelona Real Madrid game.
Yeah,
but
I saw that. It was dope.
He was in the studio in Paris. Playing Jackboys 2 snippet during nationwide blackout in India.
Yeah, like that guy's locked in.
Oh yeah, here's the luxury tax. 50. Luxury tax. Luxury and Travis beef had to have happened today. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on like when people think this album is gonna be.
I'm announcing it. Jackboys 2 on the 16th. We'll be reacting to it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys find this video and then you'll listen to our reaction as well. Super excited about this album. Love your predictions for who you think is going to be on this album. Didn't even think of them. So fire me the fuck up.
Let's go. On Thursday, we rage.
White clouds blowing out when we max. 4-5, not the size, but it can go high.